back, Sci-Fi Tech. In this video, I want to do a teardown of this mini vlog camera. I want to see how it works, and I want to see if there's any parts that are worth salvaging. Let's get started. First, what I need to do is examine the camera. I want to make sure that the battery is removed and the SD card is removed. And I also want to look for some screws. Basically, what I want to do is see a screw, take a screw, see a screw, take a screw. And there we go. Almost all of the screws are now removed. And there we go, the LCD is now detached from the housing. And as you can see, there's a ribbon cable. I need to be very careful not to break the ribbon cable. And as you can see, it does not pull out. So what I need to do is remove some more screws so that way I can reach underneath to detach the cable. Now, remove some more screws. And now remove the screws where the kickstand is. And there, the bottom part of the housing is now removed. And now simply examine the circuit and the housing. And now what I need to do is remove some more screws. And now remove the battery pack. And there is a ribbon cable that is attached to the LCD. Simply try to flip it open. And that didn't work, so I broke it. Which means you have to pull it out. And as you can see, there's a little hole inside the ribbon cable, which means I need to take a pointed tool and pull it out. Pull it out just like this. And there, the LCD is now removed. And as you can see, this LCD is very useful. I can use the feature where the LCD can move in different directions, and I can take the ribbon cable from the LCD and attach it to a controller board, so that way I can be able to use the LCD. If not, then I can just simply remove the ribbon cable and extract it for gold. However, this LCD can be very useful. I'll save it for a future project. This bottom part of the housing can be very useful. I like this little kickstand because I can be able to use it to put my phone on top of, so that way I can be able to arch my phone and look at my phone on a little stand. What I need to do is modify this stand so that way I can put my phone in it better, so I'll save that for a future project as well. Put that to the side. A closer look and I can see some precious metals on this battery pack. This looks like silver and the ribbon cables are gold. This right here is the CMOS battery, and the uses of this battery allows a motherboard to retain the memory and the clock of the device, allowing it to always function even when the camera battery is removed or uncharged. This little battery can be very useful for future projects. Next, what I want to do is continue working on the camera. I want to go ahead and continue tearing it down to remove some more parts. This right here is the two microphones that may be very useful, and the camera lens may be useful. This right here is the knob that controls the volume of the microphones. I can use this because it's a potentiometer and use it for a future project. So I'll put that to the side. Now go a little deeper, and this right here is a mini speaker. I like mini speakers. Mini speakers like these can be very useful for projects. Definitely want to keep this. This part's useless, throw it away. And now go a little deeper and remove some more screws. And there we go, the motherboard is now removed. Remove the heatsink. And as you can see, the heatsink is now removed. It looks very interesting, but it's completely useless. And this right here is the CPU of the circuit. Not very useful, but it does contain some gold. Definitely salvage for gold on this circuit. This right here is the SD card holder. Usually it has some gold pins. I want to confirm by removing this little panel. And as you can see, I'm correct. And as you can see, there's some golden pins on this circuit. And now with this camera part, carefully open it up to get access to the microphones. Remove the screws that are attached to the sensor. And now remove the screws that hold down the microphones. This right here is the record button. Remove the screws. And there, the push button for the record. Completely useless. However, I find this little switch very useful. It looks like a little momentary switch. Definitely going to keep this for a future project. And now go ahead and remove some more screws. there we go, the front housing of the camera is now removed. This part is useless. Throw it away. And now I have access to the microphones. Well, I almost have access. I need to remove some more screws. Oh, how very interesting. This knob right here allows me to manually focus the lens, just to be able to calibrate it and focus it properly. And as you can see, the first microphone is now removed, along with the housing. Carefully remove the screws so I can be able to pull out the microphone. Oh, a little ball bearing and spring. Interesting. Okay, now carefully remove that microphone. And there we go, the first microphone is now removed. This is a very nice microphone. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and remove the second one. Ah, and there, both the microphones are now removed. Definitely going to use this for a future project. And now I want to go a little deeper, remove some more screws. And there we go, the lens and sensor is now removed. This right here is a very nice little lens. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a closer look. See if I can take it apart some more. This right here is a sensor, and I can go ahead and remove the sensor. Oh, and as you can see, there's an IR cut filter. If this camera actually worked, I can just simply remove the IR cut filter and turn this camera into a full spectrum camera by simply removing the IR cut filter. But this camera is broken, so there's no point in doing that. So instead, I'm going to take the sensor out and extract it for gold. And as you can see, this right here is the shutter. This shutter is responsible for when the camera is turned on and off, allowing it to protect the sensor from really bright light. This shutter right here is completely useless. Throw it away. And I have right here this little lens. This lens right here is very useful. I can definitely use this for a future project. Maybe attach it to a GoPro, or maybe another type of camera that requires a fisheye lens. And now back to the battery pack, and what I want to do is remove all of the screws, mainly to extract some gold. Simply take it apart, pull out the ribbon cables and the CMOS battery, and as you can see, this contains a lot of gold. Very nice, and the ribbon cable is also full of gold. And this right here is a CMOS battery, so what I need to do is carefully remove it. And what I like about this CMOS battery, it has some wires that are welded to it, and I can easily add some solder to the wires and use it for a mini project that requires 3 volts. Carefully spread out the wires so there's not a short circuit to overheat the battery. And as you can see, all of the parts that I've salvaged from the camera. This right here is the LCD, and I can definitely use this for a future project. And this pile right here is a bunch of precious metal, definitely extract it for gold. This part too, and this push button switch I like. I like how it has a very sensitive push, allowing it to be a very good momentary switch. And a mini speaker is always good to have. The CMOS battery to use for mini projects. This little fisheye lens, I can definitely use this for a mini camera, a GoPro camera, or anything else that requires a fisheye lens. Definitely going to keep this. And these 2 very good microphones, definitely going to use that for a future project. A bunch of screws, and this part right here is the bottom housing that has this little kickstand. Definitely going to go ahead and modify this and make a future project where I can be able to use my phone to sit in it. And there you have it. Now you know what's inside of a mini vlog camera, what kind of parts that are worth salvaging, and you know how it works. Thank you for watching Sci-Fi Tech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course click the bell icon to be notified of future Sci-Fi Tech videos. Till the next tech, goodbye.